Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Have you heard about the new rules in Libya? Ṣé o ti gbọ́? O ò tí ì gbọ́? No. Don't stroll up. Wait. I want you to listen to this message so that everybody can hear and everybody can know what is going on in Libya right now, in presently right now. Libyans have already gave us rule and regulation that we are going to be follow. Ṣé o ṣáà ti yí ẹbẹ̀ yẹn sìn? Ṣé o ti ń gbọ́ sétí? Gbogbo ẹ̀yin obìnrin tẹ máa ń ṣírúnlẹ̀ tẹ máa ń wọ mọ́tò pẹ̀lú ọkọlọ́kọ o ò tí ì gbọ́. I want you to listen carefully to this video that I'm going to play up now. Ṣé you get? Follow me, let's watch it. I stick with me, your Mighty Play TV, Unaloli Mukala in Libya. Thank you very much. Love you.
If you go to Facebook pages, you must have seen it. You must have seen so many things going on, but I think it's necessary for me to bring it to you, to break it down, so that maybe you may get an understanding of what is happening. I think yesterday in the evening, the Minister of Interior for the Government of National Unity, Mr. Imad Trabersi, he went on TV yesterday and made some regulations, not just for the migrant community, but for every human being living in the country, for citizens, for migrants from West African countries, from Asia, and from every part of the world. As far as you are in Libya, the regulation is for everyone. Now, I'm going to read them. I have about 1, 2, 3, 4 regulations that were made yesterday. Can I call it the regulations? I can call it declarations that were made yesterday by Mr. Imad, or His Excellency, the Minister for Interior for Libyan Government of National Unity. Why am I doing this? I'm doing this because we need this sensitization in order for us to be able to be sensitive on what is happening with the times and the seasons. So that when it happens, we will not blame anybody, but we will know it's because we know it, but we refuse to follow it. I will bring one and I will explain. I will bring the other and I will explain. So the first one is he said, I hope that the Libyan House of Representatives will issue a decision to impose the veil scarf throughout the entire country, and the Vice Court will carry out the implementation on ground immediately. What is he saying? He's saying that he wants the House of Representatives, which is the only elected organ in Libya for administration, to how can I say, to issue a decision to impose the veil scarf. Now, the veil scarf is the one you see some Libyan women when they make sure they cover their faces and you see only their eyes. It's not the normal scarf that you just cover your hair and you go like our people are doing. Now, for the migrant community, we know it is difficult for you to integrate to the values of Libyans. But this time, we just need to. This time, we need to integrate into the systems. Because without this, we'll have problems. Now, to those migrants, those women from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Sierra Leone, from Burkina Faso, those women, those migrant women, who are almost thinking that covering your hair is not important. Some of them I see now putting on cap. They'll just put a small cap and they go to the street. They'll just put a small scarf and go to the street. Now, it's no more like that. This implementation will start from next month. But I think you need to start now to start practicing how to cover your face well, cover your face very well. That is what is called the veil scarf. Cover your hair and your face very well. This is for the migrant community. The women, be very, very, very careful, because these regulations, if it is approved, then it will be implemented. And if you are arrested along the road, don't think you have committed any crime. This time it's not for passport. It's not for to the street. They just put a small scarf and go to the street. Now it's no more like that. This implementation will start from next month. But I think you need to start now to start practicing how to cover your face well, cover your face very well. That is what is called the veil scarf. Cover your hair and your face very well. This is for the migrant community. The women, be very, very, very careful, because these regulations, if it is approved, then it will be implemented. And if you are arrested along the road, don't think you have committed any crime. This time it's not for passport. It's not for a paper. This time, ordinary veiled, maybe you didn't cover your face and you come out to the street, you can be arrested. That is the first. And remember, it's not applicable only to migrants. Before you call Libyans or before you say Libyans are bad, it's not only applicable for migrants, it is a general regulation that applies even to Libyan women. So you need to be careful. That is the first. The second one, he said, women traveling alone without their husbands will not be allowed except for special purposes or circumstances, such as work or employment. You know, our migrant women, we are fond of entering the car maybe 5, 6 in the same time. This time around, it's not accepted. Some of you just get up and maybe you want to go back home, or maybe you will not be allowed to travel without a spouse. And if you have a spouse, you must prove that this is my husband. So the time has come where we need to be careful how we move around the country, especially as women. The third is an unusual haircut as skippy hair will be prohibited. Now, this is for men and women. I'm talking about my brothers who are used to dreadnought or whatsoever. My brothers who barb whatsoever they like to barb on their hair. Now it is prohibited. What you barb matters. What you barb on your hair now in Libya as a man matters. He said, tight trousers and immodest pants will be controlled, and those who violate them will be arrested. For women who like putting on trousers and put on a skimpy, maybe top that doesn't cover your waist, and your trouser is tight and your pants is showing, you are gone, my sister. For my brothers who like to put low waist, who like to put trousers on their waist, my brother, if you pass along the street, and now the problem is this court that is created will be financed in a way they will be in all corners of Tripoli or of the country. So you cannot escape. You cannot escape. If you are leaving your house, even to the nearest neighbor or to the nearest door, to do whatever you want to do, make sure you follow this regulation. You cover your hair. Make sure what you are putting on doesn't expose you at all as a man and as a woman. This should be transferred. This should be shared in all platforms. Share this message in all platforms so that our people will know what is happening. Now, the third, he said, any cafe or restaurant or any place where we find a man and a woman who are not married, we will arrest them. We don't want to see any friendship between women and men in all corners of Tripoli or of the country. So you cannot escape. You cannot escape. If you are leaving your house, even to the nearest neighbor or to the nearest door, to do whatever you want to do, make sure you follow this regulation. You cover your hair. Make sure what you are putting on doesn't expose you at all as a man and as a woman. This should be transferred. This should be shared in all platforms. Share this message in all platforms so that our people will know what is happening. Now, the third, he said, any cafe or restaurant or any place where we find a man and a woman who are not married, we will arrest them. We don't want to see any friendship between women and men in cafe or public places. This one goes to our migrant community, our people, Ghanaians, Nigerians, Sierra Leoneans, Burkina Faso, Benin Republic, anywhere you know, any country you know you come from as a migrant. You are not allowed to sit with a woman that is not your wife in any public place. Some of you do it in gardens. You have your meetings in gardens. That's where you give women appointment to come and meet you. Be careful. This time around, you will be arrested. Some of you do birthdays in cafes. You do birthdays in restaurants. Invite people to jump to fill the place. Now, if it has been granted before, now it's prohibited. I'm saying this because I know some of you who are watching me now are planning to throw parties, to do parties in rent halls. Please hold on for now. For now, the country is not that friendly, like you know. These regulations are taken because truly the cultural, religious, moral, and even social values of this country has been taken for granted by migrants. Let me say that. So it is time we become wise and control the way we roam around the country. Many people will go home because of these rules that have been set. Now you don't need to do, it's not about passport again. When you are arrested, In any of these small things you need to respect, and you don't respect them, when you're arrested, that's why they'll ask you passport. That's why they'll ask you a camera. That's why they'll ask you the regularization of your stay in the country. And if you don't, it's a problem for you. So it is time that we stay indoor. If you leave your house, go to your work, and from your work, go back home. And even if you're going to your work, make sure you respect this new standard. They said the implementation of this will start from next month, but I know that some people will take it as an advantage to exploit, or to take money from you, or to how can I say, just start to practice it now. Beware of where you go, who you visit, where you stay, where you take cafe, where you go to restaurants, who you go with to restaurants with. Girlfriends are not allowed again in the public. If you're doing your relationship, do it in your house. It is no more allowed in the public. The Libyan government, the Ministry of Interior, has spotted this out, and it's our responsibility to break it down for you. This is very clear. This is very clear. And he said illegal migrants will be deported soon. Those of you who have passport, look for means to put a camera on your passport, even if it is your last money. He said only 400,000 migrants will remain in Libya to do their jobs, or